crapola. That's all I can say. Yeah, crap. What happened? Technical issue. Talk.
And we're live. Just talk. Here you go. Have the mic. Have the camera. Just do what you do. That's it. Man, for somebody that clinched the NFC East this fine Sunday, you would think he'd want to stick around and talk about it a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I've got my coffee, simpleton. All right. I don't know what Jeff's doing. No idea. He obviously lost something. And the reason my camera is better than Jeff's is because I don't know, Crow. I don't know. If Jeff would stop buying so many retro games, he could buy a nicer camera. There he is in all of his glory.
Yes, I did lose something, and I don't know where I put it.
Uh-oh.
You know.
Your head's on top of your shoulders.
Oh, is that where it is? Yeah. Crap. Where the hell did I put it?
Your head's on top. It is a long time.
Oh. It is. It is. Should just be called Coffee Talk. We just lost the clicker. How did I lose the clicker? Oh.
I don't know.
I'm such a dumbass. All right.
I'm not sure if you're watching you or some adult film.
All right, I'm ready. Here we go. We are live on YouTube from North Carolina and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It is January the 7th. It is Dallas Cowboy winning the NFC East Day. Remember months ago when I said it was going to happen, and you guys are like, hey, you guys are 11-1, and they're the best team, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. Why is my camera so crappy?
We'll clean that up in post. Crow, you hang out with Jeff way too much.
Of course we will clean that up in post. Of course we will. Hair's a mess after being in the hot tub. There we go. Oh, Happy New Year, Ryzak. Happy Christmas. It seems like forever since I've seen you. Because
I haven't seen you since last year.
I know. You took 2 weeks off at the end of the year from the show. I did a show with Ann, which was stellar. And I didn't do a show on New Year. Didn't do a show on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, because I figured nobody would want to come on with me.
Yeah, no, I took much needed break away
from me.
Everything. Just focused on the family time. I told you I moved my office, so I've been working a little bit on that. I was still working through. I didn't have any vacation there or anything, so some things have changed for work, and so I don't know. Trying to have a new outlook on 2024. Having a few things to work on.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. And I know that you all were not feeling well there at the end of the year, but you're on the mend now, so that's good.
I did. The only problem is these come up as hand pink waving. They can't convert the YouTube graphics. I did. The whole family ended up with the vid. But you know what? I still did shows. Did a show Christmas Day, even though I had COVID and I was sick and I sounded like death warmed over. But the show must go on. The show must go on. You don't take time off.
Everybody
just because some dude had a birthday.
That's right. I did have a birthday since the last time I talked to you. See, I'm older and wiser now, Jeff. That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
So old. Yeah, old.
And I love it when you kids in your 30s and 40s like, we're old. Like, yeah, whatever, buddy.
So old.
Wait till you get to my age. If you make it.
I'm feeling it.
I'm not. I'm feeling great.
You're feeling great? Well, that's good.
Feeling great.
Parents, you've got good role models for longevity.
I will be seeing Daddy. Well, I'll be seeing him before then. But next Sunday, we're going to watch the Cowboys host the wild card game against the Green Bay Packers Sunday at 4:30.
How many in a row have the Cowboys won at home, Jeff?
16.
16 games in a row. You know, the Carolina Panthers did not score a point for the last 8 quarters of the regular season.
Aren't they called periods?
Oh my gosh!
Aren't they called periods?
Yeah, I said quarters, didn't I?
You did. You did.
No,
you did. You did.
No, it's quarters. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter.
Oh, Carolina. Oh, I thought you said hurricane.
Oh no, I meant the Panthers. Sorry.
Oh, I auto-corrected to
hurricane. The Carolina Panthers.
Because you never talk Panthers, so you always talk Carolina Hurricane.
No, but I just saw
I auto-corrected in my brain to the Carolina Hurricane.
I saw that stat when the news was shitting on them at dinner time. So, yeah.
But
pretty ugly down there in Charlotte.
They have the number 1 pick that they gave away.
Yeah, they don't have the number 1 pick. they don't even have a first-round pick.
They don't. They give. But shout out to the Houston Texans. Texans. Shout out to Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith is out playing chess. Well, the rest of the NFL.
Lovie Smith isn't their coach anymore.
He is not. But what did he do last year?
Oh, by getting them the
pick. They beat the Indianapolis Colts on week 18, thus losing them the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. And what did they do with that pick? They went out and drafted a kid who this year beat the Indianapolis Colts on week 18. So Lovie Smith should be there should be a statue of Lovie Smith in Houston.
Well, I also think that you got to give credit to D'Amico Ryans too, right? I mean, he leaves San Francisco, has a good start to his coaching career there. He gets this head coach job at the team he played for, and man, he's just like injected some life in them. It doesn't hurt when your quarterback is playing turnover-free football, right?
It's true. It is true.
Because we all know quarterback is why they lose the game.
That is 100% true. And so next weekend we've got the Jared Goff of the Detroit
What a
Lions,
year Jared Goff has had.
Facing his old team, the Los Angeles Ramblins. Quarterbacked by a Mr. Stafford, who used to play for Detroit. Yeah. Then you've got Mike McCarthy playing his old team, Green Bay. And you people say the NFL is not scripted?
It's crazy that there are 5 head coaches right now in the NFL that were all on the coaching staff of the 2013 Washington Redskins, the team that went 3-13. You've got Shanahan, you've got McVay, you've got LaFleur, you've got Mike McDaniel, and you've got Zach Taylor.
Mr. Bryant is here. Mr. Bryant is watching.
Mr. Bryant.
The Nerf Gaming News. Welcome. We haven't been talking a lot of gaming much on here, but we talk about a lot of other things.
We do. We dabble.
We dabble. So
did I give you this yet? Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go.
No, you have not.
Well, now
there
you
we go.
do. Now
there we go. Look at this. Look at this, folks. I sneak previewed it in my tweets. Look at that.
See, I went away for 2 weeks, Jeff, but I wasn't off. I was working. Working. Okay. There is more to life than video games. Sadly enough.
There is?
Video games they've kind of lost a little bit of a luster for me since the oust of our beloved Google Stadia.
Those that can't play, coach. Those that can't coach.
That is true.
Well, Raymond is here celebrating his 49ers. Ray. Detroit and Goff is playing the Rams and Stafford, and McCarthy is playing Green Bay. And you're going to try and tell me that the NFL is not scripted?
Okay. Hey, slow down,
Anyways.
Arian Foster. Okay. Jeff, there's been so much going on there since the last time you and I linked up. Some of these stories that we're going to talk about today are a little old.
Oh, we do have gaming news. Oh yeah,
we got some gaming news.
We do have some gaming news. We have the top gaming news of all time.
The top gaming news. So we'll get into that. We've got some new rules to talk about.
We do.
Where those
I like
are.
rules. I like rules.
You sent me a story here about Apple Watch and kind of got me caught up on that. Like I said, I've been kind of unplugged for 2 weeks. So I
want to give a shout out to longtime friend Reed, who actually in one of my live streams mentioned it, and I didn't know anything about it, so I had to do some research.
Nice.
And then once he mentioned it, and everybody was Marquez was talking about it. I think Charlie was talking about it. So.
Yeah. We'll see what Google and Wendy's is up to, and then we've got to talk a little bit about honor. See what you think about being honored. Your post of the week is
you spelled it wrong.
Your post of the week is pretty funny. We've got some Did You Hear About topics, and then I'm giving you the 5 guesses today.
It is true,
but there's so much that we could talk about every week, and we can't get to it all. So what are we not talking about this week?
Well, first of all, we're not going to talk about Noah. And if you don't know who Noah is, he's a high school kid.
What's Noah's last name, Jeff?
If you don't know who Noah is, he's a high school kid. He's doing college visits, so stay tuned to College Game Day. And let's see if Reese goes naysayer. Noah Naysayer, that's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein, and
we're
thank
not
God I did.
Talk about.
We are not. Thank God I was not on the list. I was worried there that some of my visits may have come out, but I was not on the list. We're not going to talk about Logan Paul. Logan Paul giving back his crypto money. He said, "You know what? All right. You win. I'll give you back my crypto money. I'll give it all back to you." But there's catches. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about poor OG, but we got RJ back. He's a hometown boy, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
And then if you don't know who Emily is, well, you will, especially you boys, especially Ray. You guys will want to love Emily, but we're not going to talk.
You'll want to love her. You might have already loved her.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's jump into it because we got a lot of stuff today, and we'll be 3 hours if we don't. I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, did you know that there was an ending to the game Tetris?
Well, yeah, because we've seen the computers do it. We've seen was it Watson that did it? A couple of computers have done it, but he's the first kid beat the original NES Tetris. The original, the goat of Tetrises.
I'm probably going to be wrong with the number that I say, but when I was reading the article, they said that the old kind of level that was deemed like the end was like 55 or something like that. It was like in the 50s.
157?
And he went to 157.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were saying like the professional gamers, like if you get to 50, at 50, it gets just too fast to do anything.
Yeah.
The fact that he went on 3 times that amount is pretty amazing.
Yes.
They said that he was in a lot of forums with other, Tetris champions and players. And, he was live on stream when this happened, had people rooting him through it. So I know this isn't the video, but when there's no more blocks dropping and you kind of see that moment where he realizes what's happened, what a cool feeling.
It's true. But I keep just thinking, we'll get to that in a minute. Yes. Such a cool feeling. He did it live too. So I don't know how many people were watching him live, but.
And he had over 3,500, way more than 3,500. What is that? Like 4,000 blocks?
I don't know. The score is 99999
right there on that page. Like that is it's just crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Thanks for sticking around, Simpleton. I know we're not going to talk Logan Paul. I appreciate that. I didn't know you were a big Logan Paul. Didn't know Simpleton was a Logan Paul guy. So didn't know that. You go.
What's the drink? What's the drink that everybody's sporting from them? Prime. Get you some prime.
Yep.
What's the highest you ever got to in Tetris?
Oh God, who knows? Level 2. I don't know.
Level 2. I used to love Tetris.
Now I want to get out. Now I want to
obviously-
get out. Now I want to get out the NES, and I want to do this on stream. But of course, if I do it, who
My
cares?
favorite one to play was on
I'm
the
just
Game
some
Boy.
800-year-old man. So
Yeah, you'd be all right. Some of those new Tetris games, they have like battle mode where if you get a Tetris, it'll throw the blocks over on the other person.
nice.
That seems like a blast.
I want the game that throws them at you.
Tetris is one of those games that no matter how many times I play it, it's still fun.
Are we supposed to hate it, Crow? Though, because it's Russian. Are we supposed to hate? Are we supposed to hate it now, Crow? What's the ruling? I got to go to Crow on that. Crow is my.
But it was like
Russian guy.
what, like
Crow and-
1984? So weren't relations good?
I don't know. Did we ever like
It
Russia?
was like on the back end of the Cold War.
Did we ever like them? I have to go to Crow and Jim. They're my Russian people.
I mean, that's like 3 years after the Miracle on Ice. So,
I don't know what that is.
I think it's all right.
I do not acknowledge that event.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge that event. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Don't
Kurt
acknowledge.
says he thinks technically the U.S. bought the rights to Tetris from Russia, so it's fine now. Okay. Well, as long as we're clear there, we're good.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good.
Awesome.
Why is that not showing up on my screen?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know. Lagging at this end.
Yeah, click the button.
Apparently.
Nice. All right, let's move on. We've got a rule change in base.
Yay! Oh, wait. Shouldn't
Again.
Shouldn't that kid just go outside and touch grass?
Oh, you want to talk about him?
Yeah.
real
Shouldn't
quick?
that go outside and touch grass?
So, who was it in the UK? UK, this lady?
Commentator for Sky News in the UK. Yeah.
Newscaster
Yeah.
told the kid that he should go touch some grass.
Go outside and play outside. Yeah.
I think that woman has a few things that she needs to touch, and grass isn't one of them.
Okay. Cool. All right. Carry on. New rules.
I just like, what do you get out of bullying a kid like that? Because that's essentially what it is, right? Like you're putting down the video games. That's what you're doing.
Pretty much. Beating Tetris is not a life goal.
That kid accomplished more by the time he was 13 than that woman has in her career.
Yeah, probably. He's more famous at 13 than she'll ever be.
Right.
We're talking
for
not her.
putting him down.
We're not even putting her on the screen.
No, we don't have her.
All right.
Oh, well.
Yay, new rules.
New rules for baseball again. Jeff, didn't we just talk about new baseball rules last year with this pitch clock and everything?
Yeah, I guess it was a success. Let's just chop her down, make the game even faster.
Like, shouldn't there be like an amount of time before you can change the rules again? Shouldn't you have to play within the rules for a few seasons to then change the rules again?
The new rules that you just put in, maybe.
Yeah, like you just put them in.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
The runner's lane will be widened to include the dirt between the foul line and infield grass, which I always kind of thought it was, but I know there's been some plays where they call them out and this, that, and the other. And it's like, really? See that not in his lane? Really? I don't know. Well, we'll see. My dad likes the new, he thinks the games are sped up. He kind of likes it because he watches a lot of baseball.
And, I like the fact that they were using it to their advantage, and they were playing around with the strategy of the game.
Of course, well, it's what you got to do.
Pitch clock, right? But
that's what you got to do.
I don't know. It's like you got everybody so used to this last year, and then you're gonna tweak it a little bit. I don't know. It just seems like maybe you should wait a little while.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Baseball is just such a highly metric sport. Everything is graded, everything is judged. So it just kind of puts an asterisk next to everything that goes on in these years until they get it down.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Well, let's revisit this. Let's talk about this mid-season and see how it goes.
Your Blue Jays don't look a lot like the Blue Jays from last year, Jeff.
Yeah, well, My Raptors don't look like the team that they were 2 weeks ago.
Got more pieces going out than in.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens. It happens.
So it's that Ohtani curse. It's going to be the Ohtani curse for you now.
Yeah, it could be. That could be.
Because you said he was on the plane to Toronto.
I did say he was on the plane to Toronto. Little did I know it was Robert Hershevik. But I wasn't wrong. There was a dude on a plane to Toronto. There was a millionaire on a plane to Toronto.
That's right.
He just happened to be Canadian and not Japanese.
Here's one that you sent me. You're Mr. Google. You got the Google Glass. You got all your cool little Google toys. Well, now when you go to Wendy's and you order that burger that has no cheese on it, they're going to get it right because it's going to be done with Google AI, Jeff.
So it said that this is the ordering. It's going to improve and the ordering is not the issue because God knows they hear me. And God knows I make it clear I don't want cheese on that burger.
Yeah.
And they put it on the screen. I can see it say no cheese. And I say, make sure there's no cheese on that burger. And she goes, there will not be cheese on that burger. And 60% of the time, possibly as high as 70, when I pull the burger out, because I don't leave until I pull the burger out, and I go, that's cheese. And then she'll go, and then she'll look at the screen and go, did you say no cheese? And I go, yes. Many times I reinforced it to you. You said it. Take it back. So I don't think it's the ordering that's the problem. I don't think it's me articulating because Lord knows I articulate it.
I don't know.
So we'll have to see. If they get little robot, they get that little Google robot, that little in there making the burger and actually doesn't put cheese on Jeffrey's burger, then we'll be D'Artagnan's burger. Then we'll be good to go. But
do you have Chick-fil-A?
We do. I think there is one in Toronto. Is there one in Toronto?
So COVID sparked a lot of new ideas with like the drive-throughs and. Chick-fil-A actually remodeled quite a few of the locations around here to put 2 drive-through lines, one for on-app ordering and one for ordering while you're there. So you could order ahead, and then when you pull up in the line, you just scan the QR code, and then they get your order ready. So
we have that.
A lot of places went to more of a process like that, especially after COVID, right? So my question to you is, with that being as good as it is this kind of like a step back to like order to a chatbot?
Do you at McDonald's and those places, can you order in the app and then do you have to go through the line or do they have side parking? Like we have side
there's
parking.
Both. Yeah, there's both. You can pull into a spot and you can tell them what spot you're in. But the Chick-fil-A, especially here where I'm at, has 2 drive-through lanes, right? Okay. So the one on the right is if you want to order there. And the person will stand out there with the tablet and they'll take your order as you're going through the line. But then the second line to the left, there's a QR code. And so you scan that with the app once you get there and it lets them know that you're in line. So then they just get your food and bring it out to you.
Yeah, I just go and I park.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I just go and park. And it says, are you driving through or and there's usually a line. I just go, I'm just going to sit here and listen to music and talk on my phone and maybe send some tweets and just wait for the food to show up. And I
don't know, this might be cool in certain applications. But I don't know, with the app ordering now, I just kind of feel like this is, I don't know, maybe it's behind.
It could be.
Maybe.
It could be.
We'll see how it goes for them.
I can't use the Wendy's app. It doesn't recognize any of my credit cards.
Huh. Maybe
I use the same credit card in app all these other places, but it doesn't understand my thing. I think there's a Chick-fil-A. Is it Chick-fil-A in Toronto? Where's Ricky when we need him? There was something that opened because I was having lunch with a U.S. client, and before the lunch he was just walking around town and he walked by it and he was saying to everybody, "Why are you in line? This is shit food." And they're all like, "It's new to us. We don't know it's shit yet. We haven't had it."
oh man!
So
it's good. Something happened in the game. What happened?
What? No.
What happened in the game?
Nothing. So anyways, yes, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you look so disappointed.
Whoever this was, I can't remember if it was Chick-fil-A or if it was something else. I can't remember. So
it's because they're getting declined.
Probably true. Probably true.
No. All right, Jeff. This is the one here.
Pay off those credit cards.
This is the one that you had to let me in on a little bit. You sent me a list of topics because I've been out. I haven't been as chatty as I usually am. And so I wrote you back and I was like, what's the news with the Apple Watch? And you were like, I'm trying to buy one right now. Because they were paused, right? Especially in the US. Did it happen in Canada too?
No, just in the US.
Just in the US.
Yeah. Back in 20, and I want to shout out to Reed, a person in my longtime friend. He was in one of my gaming streams, and he said something about Apple, and I didn't know anything about it, so I did a little research. So back a number of years ago, they wanted to add some biometric sensors to their Apple Watch. And so they went to a company who invented the technology, a company by the name of Massimo, and they said, hey, would you like to partner with us? And, we'll license your stuff, and would you like to do all that? And before the negotiation sort of went anywhere, Apple said to over 30 people who are employed there, including their chief medical officer, we'll double your salary if you come work for us.
Sounds like a good deal.
And then they issued their own patent for Apple, that is, for this biometric stuff, in the name of one of the dudes they hired. Oh, wow. So Massimo sued them, and Apple gets sued all the time, so it was really never going anywhere. So they then went to the International Trade Commission and said, hey, hello, you can't be doing this. And the International Trade Commission earlier this year said, no, you cannot. And they ruled in their favor. And so in the Series 8 and SE, I don't know the Apple Watch series is. Anyways, they had to stop selling them, or they had to be paused. And then they went to the U.S. Court of Appeals, and of course the U.S. Court of Appeals went, well, you're Apple, of course we're going to rule in your favor. So then they were able to start selling them again, and so there is this ongoing dispute about this technology that basically they stole from some other company.
It's just crazy the time of the year that it happened, because there's a lot of things that are shut down throughout these last couple of weeks, right? So when I was looking back, like a lot of this was picking up steam like a day or two after Christmas, right? This is December 27th, this tweet right here. And then trying to get through court and everything else. You got New Year's there, and the way the holiday schedule ran this year was like Sunday, Monday of both weeks, right? So yeah, short weeks, a lot of PTO. I know my work was a ghost town that week between Christmas and New Year's. So interesting stuff. But now this didn't affect anybody that had gotten one for Christmas. This just affected the sales going forward in that brief amount of time.
Yeah, and they had said they were going to stop selling them on like the 3rd or 22nd or whatever day it was. And so if you were going to get one, then you had to rush out and get one before they had stopped selling them. And then they went to the U.S. Court of Appeals, and then I don't follow all of your stuff. But at some point, the president can get your president can get involved, and Obama.
I don't want him involved.
Obama did that with something. He ruled because he had to make some sort of ruling, and so Sleepy Joe might have had to get in, and he might have had to. But again, it would have been So, anyways, it looks like they're back being sold. Massimo gets screwed yet again. Apple's going to keep making millions, and there you go.
Always.
So shout out to Reed, because Reed had to fill this in. So Bryant may know a bit more about this than I do.
Well, one thing that you know a lot about is being a Baltimore Ravens running back, Jeff, because that was your past life there. you and old Ray on the team.
Yeah.
So Ray Rice, he was a very good running back, Pro Bowl running back for a couple of years there for the Ravens.
Yeah.
There was a pretty gruesome video of him in an elevator with either his wife or his fiance at the time. I don't know what the title there was, but he was he was putting quite a hurting on her, and it was all caught on video. Basically, got kicked out of the league. Had domestic violence charges, but now today, the Ravens held a ceremony for him and pretty much inducted him into their Legends of the Game honor system thing, whatever they call it there in Baltimore.
Yep.
When this news came out, you sent this to me and you were like, WTF, like, whoa, this is getting, praised. And I had to think about it a little bit because, he did have a very good career as a football player, right? So when these things happen, is it okay to put the on-field accolades over the off-field accolades, right? You've got a totally different sport, totally different time, totally different circumstance. But I've talked about it with us before. Pete Rose still isn't in the Hall of Fame because of betting on a game. He can't get honored for nothing.
Nope.
Yeah. But we have people that can, physically harm their spouses, and we can honor them. So I know it's a touchy subject.
See what Ray wrote? He travels around the schools now and talks about kids about violence.
Yep. And he even said, he was like, I want people to see like who I am now and this and that. However, he's always going to be linked to the bad that he did until the good outweighs that bad. Right. So 10 years isn't a long time.
Nope.
Was it too soon, Jeff? I guess is where I'll leave it to you.
So Nerf says O.J. Simpson is in the Ring of Honor for the Bills. Well, I should have looked that up when I was at the Bills game last month.
But I think he was in the Ring of Honor before all of the stuff happened with him, right? So
allegedly, right. He was never convicted.
I mean, Ray Lewis is honored by the Ravens, and he had a pretty lengthy court appearance there.
Ray knows about killing people. That is all I know. Pete Rose does belong in the Hall of Fame, especially now since you can't do anything around any sport, and all it is bet this and bet that and bet this and bet that.
Yeah. And we're paying the college kids now. Look at all these transfers that have popped up in portals because they just want to make some money.
OJ was never convicted federally for any particular crime. He was convicted civilly, but it's that's less of a bar. Ray.
And think about it.
Ray, just saying.
I just got done watching the stand-up, so it's fresh on my brain. But I mean, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock and then sat down and got an award. So.
So the moral of the story is to get into the Ring of Honor before you do something shady.
Purple, that's a good one. That's not what
I guess.
Maybe so.
Guess.
But
you know what? But even still, when they talk about violence, everyone cites the Ray Rice story and pull up the video and stuff, right? So I don't know. And did he have that? Did he have a legend career?
Oh, so I was going to ask, was his impact on the game worthy of being considered a legend, right? Yeah, Brett Favre is no saint either, especially with all the stuff he's got going on with that gymnastics team or softball team or whatever it is.
Michael Vick hurt. Look at Ray dropping the
Michael Vick, yeah.
Michael Vick. I don't think he's in any walls of fames, though. It's true.
Calvin Ridley bet on football, and he's back. Right?
He could have. Why did he drop? If he had caught that pass today, then the Bills would be on their way out of the playoffs.
It's true.
Speaking of Ridley,
it's true.
Brett Favre again. He's not been convicted criminally, Ray, of anything there.
So interesting topic. I guess it depends on what side of the fence you fall on. Are you more on the forgiveness side of things, second chances? Are you on the no, wrong is wrong type of side? Because everybody that gets in trouble when they're a celebrity, we all know that PR gets involved, right? So are you truly changing as a person? I think that's what he wants people to see from his interview that I watched. So good luck to him. I hope he can change the image, and maybe this will go a little ways to doing that. But I just don't know that it outweighs what happened, Jeff. You can't. You say Ray Rice, you're not going to say legend of the game. You're going to say, yeah, he beat up a woman in an elevator.
But Ray, was he on the Epstein list?
Oh,
was he on the Epstein list? That's my question. If he's on the Epstein list, then.
Apparently, it doesn't matter if you were on that list, so it's all good.
Well, thank God, because I was worried there.
Oh, all right, Jeff. Post of the week time.
Woo!
We're going to be talking about this here in just a second, but this was a goal scored in a women's hockey game.
Yeah,
and the poster says, score a goal. Selly with your fiance. Pretty cool, right?
Nice.
And then old Marcus A9393 here, looking like he was part of the J6 insurrections.
Good old Marcus. Good old
says,
Marcus.
Her fiance is there. Didn't see him behind the glass. Which leads the GOAT here, JQuinn22, to say
good old
her fiance
J-Quinn
is number 29, Poulin. She's gay, Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love the internet.
Yeah.
You gotta love the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, so pretty cool for them to be able to celebrate together. If you're on the same team with your fiance, you think you get tired of each other? Gotta see you at home. I gotta see you at work. I gotta see you when we play the game, practice, workouts. Just want some me time, damn it. No?
Fucking special teams. Special teams.
You are engrossed in football right now. Let me tell you.
Here's a fun fact. There is a lot of players on the U.S. women's and Canadian women's who date each other.
Yeah, there are.
And
but they're on different teams.
But they're on different and from different countries.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to Team USA, Jeff, for just winning the World Juniors.
There you go.
Man, we're going to talk about that this week.
Damn. I know.
Cherry
game. I know. We didn't even talk about the Golden Globes.
Oh, Chariot said, go Knicks. He said, you can have RJ Barrett. We don't want him anymore.
He did.
Oh, we weren't going to talk about that. Sorry.
I know. I mentioned that. I mentioned that the other night. He's got OG now.
Yep. Well, sticking with the post of the week theme here, if you haven't heard, there is a new professional women's hockey league, and they just kicked off this past week. And everything is brand new. So the record books are being created while these games are being played. You had the first win here. Sorry, Jeff, it was against Toronto. So you've had a first goal, you've had a first win, you've had a first shutout, you've had a first hat trick, So there's a lot of cool things happening with the uptick in this league. It's actually breaking attendance records like each game that they go on. I saw it was like 18,000 people watching the game up in Ottawa the other night. That's huge for even an NHL game. So to see the support that the PWHL is getting is pretty awesome. Look, my son, he plays house hockey, so he's not on a travel team. But it's co-ed because there's not enough girls here to have like their own girls league. And these girls get in there with the boys, and if you didn't know they were a girl, you wouldn't know they were a girl. You know what I mean? Like there's some talented females out there make my son look silly. We had a goalie that substituted for us a couple of weeks ago. She was half the size of all the guys that were on the team, but man, she played so big. She was like blocking shots with her face mask, like standing up and hitting the post. Like, God, this girl's insane.
Nice.
So my point is that this is giving girls like that just so much more drive, right, for them to be able to create their own space in such a male-dominated sports world. So very, very cool. You have a team up there. Any buzz? I know you said your dad is into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad was my dad likes all the sports. That's why we got him the sports channels, and the games are on, different stuff during the day. And yeah, he said he's been watching it. He said it's
That's
been
awesome.
pretty. I haven't watched any myself yet. Just been too much going on. But no, he's filled me in. And he said it's some pretty good hockey.
Yeah, it's very cool. It was actually physical. A couple of the games that I watched the highlights of were pretty physical. So good for them. Good for them. I hope that this becomes a success. Obviously, we like hockey in this house. So I think it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move into
you two playables, Ron. I thought the Commandos would have sent you here, or the Eagles, or Filthy, or Philadelphia. Thought one of those would have. But there you go. Hey, shout out! You know what? Shout out to Jordan Love. He's done something that the two previous Hall of Fame quarterbacks couldn't do.
Yeah, well,
brought a team in his first year as the starting quarterback to the playoffs. Mr. Favre didn't do that.
He's been the hottest quarterback in the league since what, like week 11?
I don't know,
something like that.
So there you go. Oh, speaking of disgraced Green Bay quarterbacks.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, but he was the last person to hug Belichick on a football field. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hey, we said we weren't going to talk about Epstein. I know you already mentioned his name. The Pat McAfee show is raising some eyebrows, and maybe not in a good way for some. For others, awesome. Bring it on, right?
Yeah.
If you don't watch, you don't know Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is a former NFL punter for the Indianapolis Colts. He had a little podcast. ESPN picked it up, and they're a little raunchy,
Second biggest sports show. There's one that's bigger. We won't right, and then there's this one, and then you've got maybe Barstool at third. So
Well, sometimes they can be a little raunchy, especially when they're not on the ESPN cameras when they do their podcast. Still, they have some colorful language. They can talk about some things and this and that. And one of the things they do is they get Aaron Rodgers come on the show as well as Nick Saban, right? And
they do that for free.
No, definitely not. When Aaron Rodgers came on the show last week, he had some maybe not so kind things to say about this Epstein list and one late night talk show host, Jimmy Kimmel. So Jimmy took to Twitter and
James Kimmel
said, "Yeah, no, this isn't me, dude." But he spelled asshole capital A lowercase a SSHOLE. So I thought that was interesting. And then like the little bit of this list has come out. Jimmy Kimmel's not on there, so now everybody's like, "Oh, Aaron better lawyer up." Some pretty big accusations to be thrown around, right? All while this is going on, Pat McAfee is having like a holy shit, what do I do?
I watched. I actually was watching live. I was actually watching this live. I actually had this on.
Oh my gosh!
I saw this all happen in real time. It was quite funny because really AJ kind of egged them on a little bit. AJ kind of egged them on.
Well, they're former teammates. So,
they are correct. AJ kind of egged them on a bit. So yeah. So this led to a lot of conversation after the show. It led to a lot of conversations on the next show. And in that next show,
Pat didn't hold back his thoughts about an ESPN.
Oh, before that, no, he did apologize. Before that, he did apologize. He did apologize
about Aaron.
He did apologize, and ESPN did issue an apology as well yesterday. So it took them a little while, but they got there eventually, and they did apologize to Kimmel and that again because they both work for the same company. They both work for Mickey. They both work for the mouse. So so then carry on. Then what was Pat doing?
Oh, so then he's kind of airing some dirty laundry a little bit, right? There's some of the stuff that they talk about gets released ahead of time. They've got kind of a mole there. They've named him, which was quite interesting. Norby Williamson. And ESPN didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. Why didn't they say anything, Jeff?
Not yet.
Because Pat McAfee brings them views. What'd you say is the second biggest talk show in the world right now, behind Joe Rogan?
Oh, no. Sports-wise, there's somebody else that's bigger. Right, Ray?
Oh.
Right, Ray? Yeah. But you could argue he's not getting the views, though. You could argue that their numbers are down, because First Take hands them 500,000 viewers, and then it drops to 200,000 or 300,000 during that. Now, there's also the YouTube. How many people leave ESPN and go do something else and put it on YouTube?
Sure.
So you gotta, because it is simulcast, on the app as well. So, depending on how you want to crunch the numbers, right? Crow and I could crunch the numbers.
They tie him into quite a few other things, especially with the College Game Day, right?
They do.
Because he'll do his show from that College Game Day set.
He will.
With all of the students out in the courtyards or wherever they are. And so there's more of a mix there, I think. And I would argue too that he probably sees bigger numbers on the podcast outside of ESPN. I think ESPN has lost viewers as a whole.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
So this is this is kind of iconic in a way because Norby Williamson, he's one of the heads there at ESPN, right? And so you're essentially calling out your employer by name, and you're not even getting a slap on the wrist.
Not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. This all happened late last week, so we'll have to see if what happens this week.
Yeah, I wonder if the show will be any different.
Here's few little tidbits on Norby, if you didn't know about Norby, and we didn't put this slide up. But Portnoy posted a picture of him, and he goes, "I don't know what a Norby is, but yeah, that's a Norby."
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, he goes, "I don't know what a Norby is, but this guy looks like a Norby." So, so we'll have to see. This is a developing story. So Pat is not bigger than Disney. Pat is not bigger than the mouse, says Ray. Well, we'll have to see. We will have to.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
McAfee, like you said, doesn't shy away from controversy, and he's ditched deals before. So with FanDuel and Barstool, and so
it's almost like Ray was in the production meeting, Jeff, because he segued this perfectly. What a perfect segue. We go from one mouse talk to another mouse talk. And for those of you that join us consistently, you heard on a previous show the copyright for old Steamboat Willie expired December 31st at 11:59 p.m.
Yep.
Within the first 24 hours of that copyright being expunged, 3 horror Steamboat Willie movies were announced.
Yeah.
And a video game.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this, Jeff? You were around in the Steamboat Willie times.
It is true, and I also know how the law works and trademarks and copyrights and all of that. And it's at the end of the day, it's still Disney. So yeah, they can announce what they want, but will they actually get made? In a future episode, if we talk about this actually being made and being released, then I can bite my words, eat my words. But it's Disney. They got more money than God, and they will fight this no matter what.
It's just so crazy to me with that being the flagship character, right? That you would let that run out.
Well, they have no choice. That's just how it works.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have like another one ready to go, like, extend it or.
Lots of things are going to be in the next 50 years. There is a lot of stuff going to be hitting the public domain.
I can't wait for GoDaddy.com to hit the open market so I can scoop that bad boy up.
There you go. So it's going to be interesting.
You'll have to come up with a list of that stuff, Jeff.
There is. Okay, we can do that.
That'd be interesting to take a peek at.
But there's
5 guesses.
Yep.
Oh, Did you watch the trailer for the?
Ray is foreshadowing.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer for that horror movie?
This one? No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Right.
No.
It looks like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre-esque. Yeah. Just with Mickey Mouse's.
I would be very surprised if it ends up getting made.
Well, here's some news here from your favorite Grey Cup halftime show band ever, as Green Day changed one little lyric on New Year's Eve, talking bad about old Donald Trump and the MAGAs. Yep. Did you see that live, Jeff?
I did not.
No.
I did not. No.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even watch the ball drop this year. I didn't. We were designated drivers for our children as they went to their New Year's Eve parties. So I spent the time change in a Sheetz parking lot having a machine-made milkshake with my wife.
There you go.
Talk about fucking romantic, right?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You know what Sheetz is, Jeff?
I do not.
It's a gas station.
Oh, all right.
Just a gas station.
Okay, cool.
Kind of like your, stuff you got there.
There you go.
Petrol.
There you go. So yeah, they changed the words. Yeah. So there you go.
And nobody knew that they were going to do it. Has this ever been done before? Has anyone ever changed the
lyrics
song live?
Probably.
We should have probably focused more on some of the controversies of New Year's Eve. This being one of them.
Well, you didn't want to do a show, so we didn't.
Well,
we could have been live. We could have been live for New Year's. We could have all celebrated together.
We could have been, but I would have been in a Sheetz parking lot having a milkshake with my wife.
Was it true that you were a Ninja Turtle with Vanilla Ice and you danced at Trump New Year's Eve? But that is why I could not do the show, Raymond. That is why I could not do the show, because I was down in Florida. I don't know how you found out. It was supposed to be a secret. Don't know how you found that
ninja,
out.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Probably because I think I saw you there. I'm pretty sure I saw you there. I think I saw you there and some other grifter. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
This guy here, Jeff.
So the American idiot thing was fine until MAGA realized they were idiots. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It happens.
Pretty much.
Oscar Pistorius. Some of you may know him as Po Lil Tink Tink. That's actually not his name, but there is a very funny skit by Cat Williams that talks about this guy in particular. He had, I don't know if you call them prosthetics, but they were blades. Okay, so instead of legs, he has blades.
I'd call them
basically paper clips.
I'd call them
right?
prosthetics. Yeah.
Are they prosthetics?
I'm sure. Why not?
And he's a runner, right? Did very well. Competed in the Olympics, right?
Paralympic.
And on the high of his fame, shot and killed his fiance in their hotel room, says that he thought it was an intruder coming into the room. And he has spent the past 13 years in prison, and now he is out. Here is June Steenkamp, who is the mother of the slain Riva Steenkamp. She says, "We who remain behind are the ones serving the life sentence." 13 years, Jeff. Killing somebody. 13 years. Does it seem like he did the time for the crime?
Those are the laws. This was in England, right? These are English laws?
I want to say it was South Africa.
Okay. Cool.
Basically English laws, right?
Countries have laws, and you do the crime, you do the time, and at some point the system, says you're done. Whether that's good or bad or whatnot. And so that's just how laws work.
Yep.
It'll
be interesting to see what comes for him after his newfound freedom, right? Is he going to get any kind of sponsorship deals? Is he going to get back into running? Has he been taking care of himself? What kind of accommodations did he have while he was in prison? If he has, prosthetics or blades? So many questions I have.
I have an unrelated question.
Okay.
I keep hearing, and today's not the day, and you people are not the right people. I keep hearing about this Cat Williams. I don't know who the hell that is.
He's a comedian.
Someday,
I would sit here and talk about Cat Williams for like the next hour if you wanted to. He's hilarious.
Is it a him?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know who it is, and I hear people talk about it, and So, all right, good. So,
Cat Williams has had quite a few things that have come
I got
up.
nothing. I got nothing. Today's not the day. We're not going to get into it.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
But
you probably saw some clips of him talking with Shannon Sharp recently.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
I figured that's how you probably would have heard about him.
No. I've been in some Discords and people have mentioned it. And
well, you'll have to look up Po Lil Tink Tink, okay? And
I don't think I am.
Cat Williams voices. Look at the animated one. That's the best one. Po Lil Tink Tink.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh man. Well, something that you are gonna do is you're gonna pick up this new NCAA football game when it comes out, and you get to find out more about it tomorrow. Aren't you excited? Sure.
So
you love EA Sports, Jeff.
Oops.
Pulled me out.
All right. So for those of you who don't know Matt Brown, you need to follow him on the X because he has made a career out of this, and he keeps going to the Freedom of Information. He keeps requesting information. He's got a detailed Google Doc of as much information as he can gather about the teams and the opening song and all the source material because he asks for it and they out of Freedom of Information give it to him. So we already know a number of things. We know, for example, that some of the kids will be getting $500 to use their likeness. Not every, as they call them, rank and file, but some of your big names, some of your, your Caleb's and your JJ's of the world will get, $500 for using their likeness. And we also know that it's being built on the Madden engine, which is what we didn't want. We already know that. I'm critical of the Madden engine. Ray thinks it's the greatest engine in the world. So there's that. Will I get the game? I may. And I'm not going to play it. I would just want to do the introductions. I'd love to do the opening of Virginia Tech. Let's just jam out on that, for example. And so I'd want to hear a lot of the music that's, the stuff that's in it, and seeing some of the other stuff. The actual gameplay is going to be crap because it's built on the Madden engine. They're not rewriting that. They're just using the same broken engine they've got now.
I can't remember the last college game that I played, but I always remembered, like, instead of like franchise mode, right? You had to like recruit the kids based on like you had to like build the program, right? That was always fun. You could get lost in that without even playing a game. So.
No, exactly. And is it going to feed into Madden? Is there so much they can do, but EA is just crap, and they're probably not going to end up doing it, or they're going to charge you extra to be able to bring your college team into Madden. It's just going to be a nightmare. And they're probably going to release something tomorrow, and all of us are just going to rip it apart for what it actually is, and it's just going to be it's going to be a nightmare if it actually releases on time. They may announce that it's going to be delayed again. Because they're still trying to collect.
Isn't this like 3 years in the making? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I remember this getting announced 2 or 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, well, they still, and there's going to be, when it comes out, there's going to be clips of, wrong teams, Florida State entering to enter Sandman. And, there's going to be all, because it's just going to be a cluster. It's just going to be a cluster. So, but again, shout out to Ray. Ray's an EA partner. So, Ray will be there day one, and he'll be, promoting it and doing
I can't wait to see your highlights, Ray.
So,
Jeff. You said that we weren't going to talk about Noah, but do you know how to pronounce his last name?
No.
It was not one of the words that was in consideration for the word of the year.
Well, wait till he gets into college.
Instead, your 2023 word of the year is enshittification.
Is that how you say it?
Enshittification.
One
more time, people in the back.
You have to roll the N.
Enshittification.
Cool.
So if you're not using this word in your vocabulary now, you better start, because it's the word of the year.
I think I need to change my Discord name.
Jeffy in shittification.
I have to change my Discord name.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that this was a thing until you sent me the link. The Linguistics Society of America. I bet you that is a riot of a group.
Did you let your membership lapse? Did you let your membership lapse? Is that what
I bet you this party was a riot and a half. These people are wearing suit jackets with pads on the elbows. There's more life alerts in that room than you've seen in your parents' places that they've been. Holy shit. What the hell is this? The Linguistic Society of America. Do you have a Linguistic Society of Canada?
Of course.
Oh, okay. What was your word of the year?
I think I voted for one of the others. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Yeah, it's all
that's
right.
That's why people come here, because they come here to learn.
Well,
it's our job. It's our job to educate. It's our job to educate the peeps.
I dream of enshittification, so it's all good.
There you go.
Jeff, we had a lot of topics in here, and we are flying tonight, man. I don't know about you, but this has gone by pretty quick. But it's okay. Because now we get to have some fun. Or you get to have some fun, should I say, Jeff.
Can you guys just stop them for once?
Jeffy. That's it. Look at that. Very bright. So bright.
I like it.
We got a little theme going on here with the red and the blue.
Ooh, nice.
You got the blue background. I got the red background. You know, you got the Cowboys blue. I got the Hurricanes red. You know, that's really where the love of the new color scheme came from. So, just saying. All right, Jeff, you ready? You're going to have to make a clip with Filmora of this because this is going to be an epic 5 guesses.
All right.
Like epic games. Okay?
Stupid Miami.
No.
They had one freaking job. They had one effing job.
One effing job.
That's it.
All right, you ready?
I'd be okay with a tie as well, just for the record. You have to do your...
I'm waiting on you.
I'm ready.
All right. It's now time for 5 guesses. And in this new revamped 5 guesses, I'm going to give you one question, Jeff. This question is going to be about the NFL.
Woo! Dallas Cowboys.
5
final
guesses.
answer. Dallas Cowboys. Final answer.
5 guesses, Jeff, based on our new theme colors.
Oh, dear.
I need you to tell me which 5 NFL teams have red and blue in their logo.
I don't want to mention the team that's winning currently. Come on, stop them on third down. I saw a lot of red and blue. I saw a good amount of blue and silver, too, in Orchard Park a couple of weeks ago.
The Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills, since I just keep looking up and seeing.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah, I was helping you out.
Excellent. There
All right, you got one, Jeff.
I believe I want to go the Houston Texans.
That's a good pull. All right, you 2 for 2.
What colors are on the Steelers helmet now? Steelers?
Red and blue?
No.
The Steelers are black and gold.
No, what are those colors? Like the little stars on the side of their helmet. Is not one of them red and thingy? No? No.
I think it's black. I think it's black, gold, and red.
The little star things? All right.
Maybe. I'll look it up for you. How about that?
Oh, defensive holding? Are you effing kidding me?
I don't know.
First down. Oh, their game's over. Wasn't defense? How was that defensive holding? Oh, stupid refs. Where are we? What? Buffalo. We've got Houston. I keep thinking I keep thinking old logos. 5, you say?
Yep.
I got the 2 easy ones that I could think of off the top of my head. New England. Since I'm looking at these stupid Bills.
There you go. The
New England
Patriots.
That would have to. They would have red, white, and blue. That would make sense.
I'm looking for 2 more, Jeff.
That would make sense.
You got the Bills. You got the Patriots. You got the Texans. And shocker, my question is absolutely wrong. And there are 6 NFL teams with red and blue. And you got the Steelers. They do have a red and a blue little asterisk in their logo. So
that's what I thought.
Good for you, Jeff. Good for you.
That's what I thought.
You know, we'll fix it in post-production, okay?
Yeah, we'll fix that in post-production.
All right, come on. I got 2 more I'm looking for. You got the Bills, you got the Patriots, you got the Texans. Red and blue in the logo.
Wouldn't be a game over question if you didn't have something.
Right, exactly.
If you didn't have something, get out of once. Oh, stupid Bills. Hate the Bills. Rams? Do the Rams have? I don't even know what the Rams. I just keep thinking the Rams is the old spiraled. I don't even know what the Rams. I can't even think of what new logos look like. I want to say the Rams. It's not the Rams. Rams? I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of any others. I came up with 4. Those are the 4 that I could think. Those are the 4 I could think of.
You got 4, and it should actually be 6. All right.
Yeah.
So it should actually be 6. Here you go, Jeff.
No. Is that the Giants' current logo? Is that the Giants' current logo? Is that the Giants' current logo? Oh yeah, Tennessee Titans.
The Giants.
Yeah.
The Titans. And the Steelers. You got me on the Steelers. I was not looking at those little stars, little whatever those things are on the helmet. Good pull, Jeff. Good pull.
Because I've been a Steeler hater for all my life, and so I'm just like, aren't there little star things on their helmet? I know they're black and gold. You guys were all ridiculing me.
I knew the red was in there. I didn't think about the blues until I went and looked it up, and then Crow in the chat also said.
I don't have the chat open.
You were right. So
I don't have the chat open. Let me bring the chat up here. Here we go. Okay.
Ray got the Bills. Simpleton got the Pats.
The Linguini Society. Yeah, Bill. Black and yellow, Jeff.
Giants.
He's right. There is. You guys all had to go and Google the.
Yeah.
You guys had to go and Google the Steeler logo.
Had to look it up.
Yeah.
That's good though. You got it.
Yeah.
Jeffy, what'd you think about the slides?
Is that the current New York logo?
That is the current logo that I found.
That's the current logo for the Giants. That's why I didn't say Giants, because I thought they had red in their uniform, but I didn't think their logo. I thought their logo had changed, because again, they're always changing.
Yeah. That's the logo that I had from whatever I pulled, and the Commanders were on this one, so I figured that was close.
Okay. All right.
Well, there you go.
So
what are the consensus of the new slides?
Love
Too
it.
Much? We like it.
I love it.
Upgrading every time, aren't we? Look at us go.
I love it.
So
basically, we're just setting the bar, and everybody who does a show should exceed us.
There you go.
So when I watch a show,
not many shows have the lighting that we have in our show. Look at that lighting behind you.
When I watch a show, if they just pull up a web page, I'm done. I'm out. That's just laziness. That is just laziness. Oh yeah, look, he's out of bounds. Hand out of bounds.
Just take everything from Twitter, like we do. Oh man. Let's see, Jeff. You've got streams coming up this week. I know you guys did Red Dead last Wednesday. Heard that went very well from the I think I saw a tweet from Ray where he had a fantastic time playing Call to Arms.
Yes.
SPG, Crow, and you.
Yep. We did the Merry Call to Arms, the Christmas version, which is on the schedule tomorrow night. Nice. The everything just says that you can play the Merry Call to Arms through January 8th.
Okay.
But we don't know what that means. Like, is that noon on the 8th? Does that mean midnight GMT?
GMT, yeah, I know.
Does that mean midnight Pacific? Like, we don't know what it means. So I've put it on there hoping that we can dive in for one more merry call to arms. If not, we'll just do a regular call to arms. We will probably start a couple of minutes. Oh no, it's Monday night. Ray has no commitment. So yeah, we'll be right on time. We started a bit early on Wednesday just because Ray had his thing, and Ray has a meeting and stuff like that. So yeah, if we can do the merry call to arms, we will. If not, it'll just be a regular call to arms and then some bounties and whatnot. Ray says Crow carried us. Yes, level 9. We all 3 of us died. And it was basically Crow versus 67 bad guys, and he ended up winning it.
Crow does a lot of characters. From Space comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all good. Everybody needs to be carried every once in a while. Yeah,
Crow's got a bit of a sore back still. And then I think I'm gonna throw Lego Fortnite on the
you're still playing Lego Fortnite
on the I just found a whole bunch of new caves that we got to get some new resources. There's new stuff coming out hopefully this week or next week. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. And then Friday I'm back. I did some Prince of Persia. I'm gonna be playing a bit more Prince of Persia leading up to the new game coming out.
That's sweet. I bought a game on the Steam winter sale called Green Hell. And it's a survival, kind of like Sons of the Forest, but you're in a jungle. And so you've got to like find plants to make bandages and salves and stuff if you get bit by a rattlesnake or, you get bit by a poison frog or, whatever. So that's been pretty cool. I've played that a little bit.
Yeah.
And Dave the Diver. What a gem of a game Dave the Diver is.
I watched Willie Lowe play a lot of Dave the Diver. It looked like a fun little game.
It is a fun little game. Not going to lie to you. So I don't know if I'll be around on Wednesday, depending on what you play, but I'll let you know. Because as I'm trying to get these offices and all swapped around, one of the things I had to do was install a ceiling fan where there was never even a light before. So I had to cut out all the ceiling and go through all the different joists and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, we have a ceiling fan. Now I've got to do a bunch of drywall repair, which is not my favorite thing. So
Ray got a game called After Infection.
After Infection.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one on there. I actually was on Steam before we got together, and Steep, the game Steep, Ubisoft game. I know most people have it on every platform, especially if you're a Ubisoft subscriber. But it's $2.99 on Steam today. It's the deal of the day.
I heard they don't like old white guys. So,
it's Steep?
No, Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft. Oh,
yeah, well, they don't like. I heard they don't like old white guys. I read a tweet on that.
Well, sometimes it puts you between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, Tyreek, catch that! Tyreek, I know your house is burning down. Oh, pass interference. Oh, I'll take that.
Hey, man! Shout out to Tyreek Hill's family. Good to know that nobody was hurt. Understand that somebody might have been playing with the lighter.
Kid playing with the lighter.
At least there were no fatalities there. Because that was a little scary.
Yeah.
Four fire departments. That's they would call that a 4-alarm fire if that was in a city. 4 different fire departments.
Where does he live? Doesn't he live in a city? No.
He lives on Miami suburbs somewhere.
Oh, does he? I didn't pay attention to the actual.
It's a massive house. That thing was gigantic.
A little bit. Oh,
my goodness.
Oh.
That's what happens when you make $300 million contract from the Dolphins.
Yeah, if you join us on Wednesday, then I'll switch the game.
Okay.
I can do. Oh, shout out to Dude Games. Last night, Crow and I played Sons of the Forest with him.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Yeah, it was good. We played Sons of the Forest with him. So, it was fun.
Nice.
So yeah, we could do that. We could do From Space. We could do whatever. So if you I'm gonna schedule it up.
That'll work. There we are.
That's us.
Look at us go. Jeff, good to be back. I needed this.
Oh, fuck!
All right, maybe not.
Tua just threw an interception. Game's over.
His brother just entered the transfer portal.
He did.
He did. Yep. All right. Jeff, I'm going to let you finish up the game.
Game's over. Game is
I
over.
think I'm going to get myself ready for bed, I guess. It is, 11:20. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Simpleton. Let's see, who else are we missing? Who else was in here? Purple Haze.
Chariot Man.
Chariot Man Gaming. We have Brian Chappelle.
Uh-huh.
Right? Ron Slusher. Thanks for stopping by.
Mm-hmm.
Man, good times. Good times.
8 o'clock tomorrow night. 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
They'll see you there.
More Red Dead. More Red Dead. See ya.
See ya.